Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish.
Nah, come on, man.
Draco made a hit with this one.
Yeah, and Jazzy had no chill with this hun floating. I'm hoping there's no breaks in this run potent. I'm chosen, this is not a diss song. What's up, beautiful people? I apologize for 2 days ago. I'm just noticing that I posted it without the little intro. For some people, it's not a big deal, but for me, I like it. I definitely look forward to the mini shifts on my covers, but beyond that, this is a new day. I'm going to talk about new energy, but still things that are correlating to life, period. I hope your day is going well. Shout out to me for actually starting this video, because today was one of those days for me that kind of like lagged. I know I have a lot that I have to do and definitely a lot to obtain, and I just feel like energetically, whenever you're in those type of shifts, there's like a self-sabotage vibration that makes you feel like even when you have to do something, you don't want to really do it, and you really have to push yourself. In these moments, consistency is everything, because if I didn't have the ideal of being able to record videos daily, I would overlook something like this so easily. So it's really about what you want to create as your constant, and just sticking to that, because I could do that very well with videos or my novel. I know some people may say that focusing on my novel every day would be best, but at this point I think videos are more important, just to capture the vibration. So we in here, y'all. I feel tired, but it's not a tired to complain. It's like I had time to rest, but that resting kind of made me want to rest a little bit more. My body doesn't really ache as much as it's been aching in the past. I feel my body healing. I'm feeling opportunities present themselves. And I'm also feeling a lot of hesitancy, because one of the biggest things for me is just being very empathetic, meaning that I can really sense the emotion of people around me, especially those that are close to me. And with these transitions that I'm going through, it's just very evident that at this point I'm choosing to go through things, and just that decision on how I want to live my life is something that I'm still gaining confidence in, and I think the confidence will only continue to flourish. Shout out to Royal for tearing my favorite hat, y'all. Y'all see this? I just can't bring myself to throw it out, so we just gonna go like this, y'all. Hey, refresh. But even things like that are gonna mean so much more to me in the past. I look forward to the future more now than the present, but I'm also grateful for the present and having the ability to take my time and process emotions, and to really trust in the process. So, update, y'all, we did have a person that tested the car out, and through that I realized that I didn't even have my title with me. So big circumstance to go and make sure that I could get it shipped to me, but everything is in a go. So through that, I'm happy that it didn't really go as planned, because I realized that I could actually gain more out of my car, and being open to that opportunity will be just a lot better, like an extra $600. And I still feel like it's a fair trade. So what I've been acknowledging with all of these phases is that what I desire should not be hard. And sometimes when things become too hard for me or too much, it's simply because I have to sit down and really evaluate the circumstance that I'm in, and just figure out the most fluid way to kind of balance that out. And sometimes it means just sitting there and thinking about it, taking the time to really think about things, or taking the time to really breathe things through, because sometimes you won't know the answer. So it's like you have to continue to progress in this world and be hopeful, and also like focused, but also fluid in a way where you allow for things that you may not know to bless you, or just to teach you things. Today, outside of that circumstance, by the way, another thing that I realized is that it wouldn't have worked in flow, because from the jump I was putting myself in a situation that made me uncomfortable. Not saying that comfort zones are where you want to be, but it was uncomfortable for me to go out my way for a circumstance that I didn't need to do. So I'm learning that. I'm learning that certain things that I can do can still work in a proper time for me. And I also can make room for things that I can't do, and allow the universe to kind of work those things out for me. And for example, the people that I'm meeting, when I changed my price, it was other people that I was talking to that I no longer communicated with because of the fact that maybe them not wanting to negotiate or me not wanting to negotiate. And I could have stayed like in the circumstance of trying to consistently uh, show them that this is something that they should offer themselves with. And this is just me talking about today. But then overall, I learned that, wow, if I embrace the fact that this is still what I want, even though I'm losing things that I thought I wanted because these are people that seem reliable, I actually am finding more people that's more fitting because not only are they reliable, but it's more filling for me to get exactly what I want out of the circumstance. So tying that back into a relation, I just realized with anybody that I'm dealing with business or just on all aspects, and I think this is insight that everyone can gain from, we recognize that everyone is human, yes, and that's true, but people that are not for you is very clear, and sometimes you don't have to force that. You know, you shouldn't even force parts of yourself that's unclear. Give yourself time to really process how you want to go about things and feel about things, and trust yourself first before other people's ulterior motives are kind of like projected in. And it's not necessarily a negative thing, it's just about you recognizing the fact of your mindset holding just as much power as somebody else's mindset, especially about your dream. It holds even more power. So definitely walking into our dreams, walking into positivity, and sometimes that don't look pretty. Like if I take off this hat right now, just look, man, it's a jungle. It's a jungle. But if y'all have locks, y'all know. If y'all don't, it's definitely a commitment, and it's all symbolism. So definitely getting shit together this week, and don't really have so much to say, but I feel my body. I feel the shifts that are mental, and then they play out into my reality, and also the parts of me just pushing myself more, how my body reacts to that now. Sometimes I could push myself in the past and that didn't necessarily reap the consequences of what it was to push myself, whether it be through working out. I would wake up and not be sore. Now there's no way, or even with just like stressing myself out mentally, overthinking, like I see how that drains my energy so much more that I am affected. And like even with being out, I have no energy for being close to people and engaging simply because of my imbalances. So it's always something of me being aware of my surroundings now, and I feel like I'm definitely tapped into the matrix. There was something beautiful that happened today when we was going to Walmart, and I was just sitting there overthinking about so many things, and we ended up getting more money than we expected because we ended up returning some things that we didn't need, and we got more money than we expected. And through that process, it made it seem like all the worrying that I was doing before that, I didn't even have to do. And I feel like there's a lot of moments in life, especially now, where you could overthink and put yourself in a circumstance to block exactly what you need to be seeing, and that's the present time. So even though I'm so much more connected to the future than the present because I'm overthinking about what can be and also what I don't want to be, right now I'm in a state of really embracing, because I know that everything that is going to transpire in the next couple months is all in determination of how I choose to believe my life to be, and also how much energy I put into what I want. So balancing that out and always giving a little bit of what I want, and making sure that that can take me where I need to go. And yeah, that's all I got for right now, y'all. I don't want to pull a card today because sometimes when I pull the cards, it takes me to an energy of being more expressive. But the biggest message that I wanted to mention today is that it's okay to take it one day at a time. It's okay to rest. It's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to kind of allow life to show you just how beautiful it can be. Allow life to show you. That's the thing that people feel like, you can never really accept or embrace in the ways that God or universe shows you beauty. But I'm just embracing all the little things like rest, or just having a peace of mind, or just having AC, or just having someone there that understands me, or just having good food. Those are the things that's been mattering to me, to have no pain, to have a great digestive, to have great skin, to have great teeth. Like things like that are a big deal. And I'm just so grateful for all the blessings that are just casual. And that's where we at. That's been my biggest focus, and holding out all day. And really just wanted to ponder and kind of spread that energy for memory on how grateful I am even before I get to a place of where I know I need to be for completion, or at least comfortability, true comfortability. The type of comfortability that's not going to keep you refined, but the comfortability that's going to make you your prime. That's what we on. I'm out though, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.